Hello yet again. This is Alexandra. If you have come this far in the journey, I assume that you have a sincere interest in shifting your habits to a better place, to breaking through your health blocks and getting from a place of surviving to a place of thriving. And assuming that is true for you, in this video I would like to orient you towards my habit-changing program, Body Joy, that will help to get you from Pain Island to Pleasure Island. So I want to show you around what the program is about, what we will do together as a group, and how it works, and what's in it for you. So stay tuned. First, let me take you through the webpage for Body Joy, so you get an overview of what is involved and what we actually do together. So Body Joy isn't just a habit-changing program, but it is a deeply transformative journey into your body and into your heart. It's all about you really arriving fully and completely in your body so you can live your life from a deep inner knowing and an intuition and a connectedness that you haven't felt before, or that you maybe just have lost. So what we will work together on is refining your daily habits, dialing in your rhythms and routines, and making your daily life a ritual. As I've mentioned before, whatever we do on a daily basis accumulates over time and determines who we are. It determines our identity. So really what we do on a daily basis matters a ton. So this program is for you if you feel unpleasant in your body, if you want to take better care of yourself, if you don't prioritize yourself enough, if you don't feel as vibrant as you want to be, if you don't sleep as well, if you feel too heavy or too light, if you have health challenges of any kind, whether that's digestion, skin, any of the things that we talked about on Pain Island. If you struggle with unhealthy cravings like sugar cravings, or you're drawn to alcohol all the time, but you don't want to drink it. If you're too busy and you don't take responsibility for making yourself a priority, and many other things like that, you are in the right place for this. You are also in the right place if you want to feel energized, peaceful, and more grounded. You want to understand your constitution better and what kind of diet works for you. And I have to say that this program isn't anything about calorie counting, vitamin hunting, or mineral chasing. We are really more tapping into the actual what your body needs. This program is all based on yoga and Ayurveda. And this is ancient sciences from way back when, 4,000 years old. And we use that kind of science. It's down to earth. And it just really teaches you to become present to the cause and effect of your actions. Well, what happens if I drink, alcohol at night? Oh, I get a night sweat at night. Oh, well, maybe I should drink less alcohol. Or what happens if I eat a heavy dinner? Oh, I feel really groggy in the morning. Oh, do I still want that? So what I'm really about is figuring out, hey, what's the cause and effect of your actions? And then do you still want that? This program is really for you if you want to grow your capacity for deeper joy in your body. So here are some pictures. Let me see if I can get to the beginning of the pictures here. But what we will do together, here we gather online. We also gather in person via our Body Joy retreat. We have fun together. Here we tap into our future selves by crowning ourselves the goddesses that we are. Here we learn. We relax, we hang out in nature, we move together, we nourish each other, we just enjoy each other's company, we honor life and be really intentional about life. Here we use creative art to tap into our desires for the future and shed what we no longer need. And we learn about spices, and we learn about essential oils. We learn about all these different things that keep us healthy and alive. Why you need me and this course? Can't you do it on your own? Well, you surely could if you had all the willpower and all the education and all the habit-changing tools that you need in order to pull it through. But as I said before, Body Joy is a transformational program. Whenever we work on eating differently or exercising more or meditating more or actually adopting anything into your life that shifts your identity, in transformation is involved. And transformation alone is hard. And transformation in a group is way easier and more fun. I have done both. I've done transformation alone. I was back in 2003. I was in India for about 6 months, all by myself, doing a yoga training. I was the only Westerner in sight. It was at the time before Skype was big. There was email, but there was no cell phones. There was no easy way of communicating with the Western world and with my friends. So I was pretty much all by myself. And I tell you what, it was really, really hard. There was lots of crying and there was lots of feeling lost. And well, then over the years, I've done transformational work in groups together. And I tell you what, it's way easier if there's a place that you can reach out to, if there's a place where you can get reflection, where you can share, that helps you anchor in whatever you're going through. So do you need me? Well, not absolutely if you have the education and the willpower and the drive to put it through. But if you don't have that in mega abundance, then it is way easier. And if you don't want to struggle, it's way easier to do it together. So what do we actually do together? Let me go down here so that you know what the heck are we doing together. So what Body Joy is all about is that we anchor in the golden 10 habits that we all should have in place in order for our bodies and our lives to thrive. And it's simple things. Some of the things you know, for example, eating a certain way, like for example, we focus on earlier, lighter dinners. We focus on evening rituals and going to bed early, morning rituals. We focus on movement. We focus on meditation, on self-massage. Some of these habits you know, but you probably aren't doing. And some of the habits you haven't probably heard of because they come from the ancient science of Ayurveda and they're not in our culture per se. So, and then other ones you may do partly, but you don't do them full out. And you may not have that background knowledge to really actually do them with a full heart of joy. And the other piece is that, you know, I said before, when we're shifting habits, there's something deeply in our identity that gets shifted. So we are using the knowledge from habit changing science to make it more easeful for ourselves to shift into a better us more easily. So we are using whatever I introduced. We're using small wins or the Kaizen move. We are using retraining the subconscious mind. We are using low-hanging fruits. We are using low and high motivation. We are using triggers. We are using those are just the things that come to mind right now. But many different types of tools other than willpower to actually shift our diet and our lifestyle long term. So there's no yo-yo effect. You may have done some diets before and you've noticed that for a while you can pull it through and then you lose your support system and you go back to your old self. Well, the likelihood that this is going to happen is not very high when you engage in a habit-changing program like this. So what is actually involved? Well, let's see. I want to read you a testimonial from one of my clients here. So what about, we have Valerie here. She said, I was so uncertain about the vastness of menopause and its permanent and mysterious effects that I had built up a story about what it signified, and it was not a positive one. I resented letting go of my old and younger self. Alexandra's class was so in-depth, so educational, so relieving and warm with so many resources. I found myself taking a shortcut from resentment to a superhighway of lightness. Without her class, I may still be bewildered, but now I feel powerful and wise and ready to pass on information and wellness to my next generation. A smorgasbord, I can't even say that word, a smorgasbord of good. And here's what Colleen's saying. She's saying, I've suffered from chronic pain caused by fibromyalgia, depression, and anxiety for more than 30 years. Before coming to see me, she had a difficult time managing her daily living. Exhaustion, pain, and anxiety had a tight hold on her, and enjoying life was difficult. And then she's saying, even though I still live with these disorders, I have found lower pain levels, peace of mind, and an uplifting feeling and attitude towards life that I haven't felt in years. Let's see. So what is involved in Body Joy? What do you actually get, like physically, tangibly get from this journey? So you get 10 inspiring lessons based on Ayurveda and yoga to foster learning around the 10 fundamental habits that I just talked about you need to have in place to live a vibrant and fulfilled life. And the way I deliver this is via a student resources hub or a members hub, where all of the lessons sit and you have access to. So for example, week 1, we focus on earlier lighter dinners. So you get a video on a Thursday. It's about an hour and 15-minute video where I talk about habit change. I talk about the habit itself and the why and the what. And then you get a workbook as well and a recipe book as well. And you get your little assignments for the week. And they're pretty fun assignments. You know, they're not like brainy assignments and like, oh my God, I got to do this. Not at all. It's like very practical and down to earth. Let's see what else. There's also in the Student Resources Hub, we have a movement lab because in one of the habits we focus on breath body practices. One of the major ways to get your circulation going and clear up all of the stagnation in your body that causes disease. We have a pranayama section. That's pranayama means breathing exercises. Highly important for a really well-functioning body. It's not much talked about really in Western allopathic medicine, but the breath is probably one of the most important things to attend to. So there's some resources here. There's some resources on really starting or deepening your meditation practice. So there's a lot of really good resources, and not only good resources, I mean, there's information out there everywhere. You don't need more information. But what I do is I create a structure for you so that you can implement these habits one step at a time at your own pace. Let me go back to here. So then besides the lessons, you also get a group coaching call every week. We connect for about an hour and 15 minutes every week in the group. And I operate on small groups. So anywhere from 6 to 12 members, only women. And so you get to hang out with other lovely, most amazing women. And so in this coaching call, we troubleshoot, you get support, we talk about your challenges, we talk about your successes so that you can overcome them and actually like step forward into your life. You get, as I already said, you get an Ayurvedic recipe booklet, Master Habits Guide, and a habit changing ebook. You get, articles, yoga classes, meditation practices. I already said that. We also have a private Facebook forum specifically for Body Joy, where you can share, where you can ask questions, where you can post your ahas and your insights. Personally, I love Facebook forums when I'm part of a journey with another group of people, because it gives me the ability to just reflect, and it's in the sharing that the power lies. So I find this to be a huge integral piece of our journey together. I just think it's really, really helpful. And then you also get weekly emails from me on to remind you, hey, we are on this habit. Are you on it? Are you taking the action steps that you need to take? And lastly, as a bonus, you get an amazing 2-day retreat in Nevada City, California, where all of the women come together to meet, to hang out, to share, to take the journey deeper. And we do fun things like crowning ourselves, like we make crowns and we crown ourselves as the future goddesses that we are. We make simple food together. We go for walks. We do meditations. We put everything into action that we are talking about in the program. You're a good fit if you love to learn, grow, and evolve. And we already talked about the 10 habits. And what you get in a nutshell is you get guidance, you get education, and you get support. 3 of the major ingredients to make your habit change long-lasting. And here's what Lynette has to say. Alexandra has the ability to deeply listen and connect to the body. Now I know why she calls her program Body Joy. Through her vast knowledge and education, individual and group coaching, and wonderful weekend retreat, I personally transformed my body and life. Really. Alexandra walked me through a series of small steps which yielded big results and provided guidance and support along the way. I highly recommend her Body Joy program, and I'm forever grateful for her excellent work. What are you waiting for? Sign up today. Invest in your future self, invest in your future body. If you're watching this video in the beginning of 2019, our next program starts January 24th, so it's in a little bit of time. If you are curious to learn more, if you want to have a conversation with me and connect, just to see if we vibe and to see if this is something that you want to engage in, hit the apply button and send in your application. And we will have a 45-minute conversation. So no strings attached conversation, strategy session where we talk about your pain island, your pleasure island, and what it takes for you to get there. And if we're a good fit, I would love to have you in my program. And you probably have some questions now about, hey, how much is this thing? And how much time do I need to spend and all of that? And I will answer all of those questions in our strategy session. But I do want to be transparent about pricing because I know it is an investment for you. And I think it's a very good investment. Trust me. I think you're getting so much value for your money. It's almost ridiculous. So if you decide to join a single round of Body Joy, if that sounds like a good fit for you and it sounds like, hey, I really think I could gain something really significant from that, your investment is $997. And you can read up here, if you pause the video, you can read up here all what's included in that. And I tell you from past experience, I've been teaching this Body Joy program since 15 or 16. And I've had tons of women in this program, and I've seen amazing transformations. People losing weight without effort. People getting a grip on their autoimmune disease, people getting a grip on their anxiety, people getting a better relationship to their body through menopause, women quitting their jobs. They realize, hey, this job is no longer serving me, and they were too afraid to do it before. And after Body Joy, they feel stronger and more vibrant to actually take the action steps towards their purpose that they need to take. So many, many things. I could give you many examples. And I also want to let you know this program that I'm offering is not only this here in this one thing. It's not an isolated thing. This program is taught all over the world by various yoga health coaches. And this is my version of the program. And it's highly effective. I've seen the results my colleagues are getting. I've seen the results I'm getting. Your investment is not in vain. It's an absolute important piece to your health journey. The other option that you have is the Body Joy annual pass, where you actually get to join Body Joy 3 times. And you also get a couple of detoxes a year. So it's a 365-day journey with me. And the way it looks is that we spend the spring, the summer, and the fall in Body Joy, focusing on our habits. And we spend a portion of the spring, 3 weeks, and a portion in the fall for 3 weeks to detox our bodies. And I promise you that if you do this, if you engage in this program, if you show up and you do the work, that you feel 100% better in your body. I absolutely promise that you will feel more alive, more vibrant, more connected, more deeply rooted in yourself if you go through the work and if you do this program. We also have a couple of retreats, like I said. There's a retreat in the fall and there's a retreat in the spring. And I think that's really nice. If you can make it to Nevada City, that's a really nice way to connect with me, with other women, and to anchor down your journey. So that's what's involved in the annual pass. If you pause the recording, you can read up in more detail what it's about. Your investment is $2,497. I personally think this is cheap. it's a really, really good investment into your body, into your health. It's long lasting. You will use this knowledge for the rest of your life. This is not just like information that you get, but this is a transformation that you're getting in the way you view your body, in the way you treat your body. And if you feel super committed, you can also opt for the Body Joy VIP Pass, where you get personal attention from me, where we meet more often and also on an individual basis. So if this sounds at all interesting to you, please go to alexandraepple.com/bodyjoy and send in your application. I would love to connect with you. I would love to hear where you're at, where you want to go, and how I can help you get there. I really would love to have you on this boat with me and the other women. We're going to have so much fun. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be transformational. And send in your application. What are you waiting for, right? alexandraepple.com/bodyjoy. And I will connect with you very soon. Bye for now.